Hello, hello. Welcome and welcome back. If you are newly joining, we are on episode 3. Okay, so first things first, thank you guys for coming over here and kicking it with your homegirl because I was gonna say, thank you for coming to my page, but really, you know what feels better? Thank you for coming and joining me in this safe space. This is my little small corner of the internet, and I thank you for spending that time with me. My name's Kiara, and I go by Sincerely Key on social media. If you follow me on YouTube, but you don't follow me over on my other social media handles, it's all the same. It's Sincerely Key. Right now, I am doing a 31-day showing up for me on social media, on my TikTok as well as on my Instagram. So if you're not following or you want to follow along, come kick it with me over there. But other than that, we are here. We are present. Today is a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a little cold outside. I don't know how many more videos y'all gonna catch outside. I'm gonna try to do them for as long as the weather allows me. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. Today is October the 10th. It is 10:10. I feel like it is such a lucky, I don't even know if it's lucky for me, but I do want to say that for the past week, I have been seeing the number 1010 everywhere. 1010 everywhere. And I might just put it in the corner over here. What I looked up to, once I look it up as to what 1010 meant. But it's Friday, a good Friday. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a beautiful Friday so far. And you know, this video is going to get dropped later on in the week, so I hope you guys are having an amazing week or weekend so far. But yeah, let's get into the video. So as you know, last week I was talking about the heaviness of grief and how I've been dealing with it and how I've been allowing myself to experience it. And since that last entry, which was last week, I can honestly say that I don't feel like I am dealing with grief in its intensity the way I was last week. And I thank God for that. Now, what I will say is that I have been having these in and out little moments of sadness. And if you remember me bringing up in the last video that sadness and grief, I feel like are in the same family, but how they sit in my body is different. Sadness kind of feels lightweight. It feels, you know, it comes and goes, where grief felt heavier, you know, more intense. And so I am having these little moments of sadness, but I am being very gentle and intentional with the way that I've been talking to myself and allowing myself to flow through the feelings and the emotions that are attached to sadness. But what I can't say in this current moment is that I feel really good. I feel really good in my body. I feel really good in my spirit. Now, what I will say is that I have been dealing with a lot of things in the background, and I don't know if I'm just ready right now to talk about all of the things. But what I will say is, if you know, you know. It's like, what's that saying? I take 2 steps forward to get knocked back 10 or something like that. It just feels like so many things are happening all at once. And for me, that how I handled it in my previous seasons is totally different with how I'm handling it this season. I think that I am finally learning what it means to truly surrender to a process. And even still, I find myself still trying to navigate releasing the need to want to control, you know? I feel like control is such a heavy defense mechanism for me because when I was younger, I didn't feel like I had control over my life. I didn't have the autonomy to do the things or say the things or feel the things that I wanted to. And as I became older, I think to protect myself and to protect my feelings, I always wanted to be able to navigate situations and scenarios. I wanted to be in control. I wanted to have a a jump start in how I handle things, whether it be with people, whether it be with experiences, whether it be in places. I always wanted to somehow, some way have my hand in the control or navigating what that looked like, what that felt like. And I don't think initially I really understood what I was doing then, but as I got older, with the help of therapy, with the help of family and friends, and with the help of some self-reflection, I finally sat with what that looks like, and it's control. And in this season, I feel like so many things are happening in my life, and they're happening because I feel like I'm going through this test to see how committed to the act of surrendering I really am. And it has not been easy. It has not been easy, especially for a person that has always felt like I've been in fight or flight. I felt like I was in survival. And then also having a scarcity mindset. And scarcity does not mean that, it can mean multiple things. And for me, it was the scarcity of so many things. The scarcity of being protected. The fear of not being seen. The fear of not feeling safe. The fear of losing control. The fear of, I don't know if I said that, being protected. It was so many different things. And I always felt the need to control because I always wanted to protect me. And so surrenderance is now putting me in this season of letting go, going with the flow. Instead of going against the tide, actually flowing with it. And one thing that I had to be accountable and be honest with myself is that me trying to control how I show up, how I look, how I'm coming across, how I'm viewed, what I have, what I don't have, I am only making life harder than it needs to be. And I'm making it harder than it needs to be because it's keeping me from being present in all the beautiful things that are happening in this season of flow. It's keeping me from being present in the journey of coming into this very beautiful version of myself, you know? When you try to control, is you're trying to manipulate. And because you are so focused on the control, you know, how you're showing up, what that looks like, what it feels like, you're trying to control it. You cannot honor the flow of just being in that season. You can't honor the lessons that you are learning in the season of surrenderance. You can't honor the lessons that you're learning in the seasons of flow. It's difficult for you to be present in that because you are trying to hold the reins so tightly. And I think that for me, I got tired, you know, it becomes exhausting trying to control what God is trying to navigate, you know. I knew that I was in such a strict place with control when I noticed my prayers at one point used to be me negotiating with God how I need to handle things. Like, I could clearly see that there were things that God was trying to destroy. He was breaking apart because he knew that I would not do it by myself. And I would negotiate with God, like, if I just could, but if you would only. And I realized that that's control. And one thing you cannot do, you cannot control God. You cannot control how God moves. He is a powerful being. And to think that you have the power to control how he navigates your life is insanity. It's insanity. And I would be sitting here blowing spit bubbles because I'm trying to control what he's trying to destroy, or I'm trying to control what he's trying to take me up out of. And that's when I realized, Kiara, you're making this harder than it needs to be. You need to honor the heavy moments. And I'm not just saying this is for me, but this is for others as well. When life feels chaotic, it can be really heavy. It can feel really burdensome. And it can really have you in a headspace of not knowing if you're coming or going. It's as if someone took and pulled the rug from underneath your feet, and you feel like sometimes, damn, I just got my balance. And I think that instead of being in the headspace of why me, or God, why is this happening to me, I had to switch the way I thought about something and say to myself, what is this I'm supposed to learn? What am I supposed to be letting go of? What is it that is no longer serving me in this season of my life? What is it that I'm holding on so tightly to that it is keeping me from my process of growth? What is it that I'm holding on so tightly to that it is keeping me from being in alignment with who I'm supposed to truly be, or what it is that I'm supposed to truly learn, or what it is I'm supposed to truly take away from this experience? That's what I've been asking myself lately. It has been a lot of things going on, and yes, I have shed some tears. I just saw a TikTok, and the guy was like, oh, they keep asking me, like, how you making it? How you doing it? I cried. I'm sad. I was sneezing. I was crying. And that's really it. Like, I am allowing myself to be sad in this moment, and I'm allowing myself to feel these feels. Yes, it is heavy. Yes, some days I feel like it is whooping me. Yes, there are times when I'm waking up and I'm like, God, what is this? But then there are these really strong moments where after I have that moment of doing all of the things, then I say, God, let me be able to listen to what it is that you are trying to tell me. Because a lot of times we can ask God for so many things, or ask God to speak to us, but we don't even have our hearts and our ears open to listen to the things that he's already told us to do. And that was me. I'm asking for all these different things, and the entire time he's already told me what to do. He already told me what is happening right now, but I just am in denial. And I'm being very stubborn, and I don't want to hear the message. So it's been a lot of me just sitting like, what am I supposed to be learning in this season? What is it that I'm closing out in this season? I know that for me, this has felt like a lot of ending and new beginnings. A lot of chapters have closed for me. A lot of doors have closed for me. A lot of relationships have ended for me. A lot of seasons have had transitioned for me. And although it all broke my heart, it has brought so much clarity to my vision. It has brought so much clarity in where my heart should be. All of the things that I have been experiencing lately, as heavy as it has been, it has softened my heart in the most tremendous way. I do not feel jaded right now, and I can say that with so much honesty. I do not feel bitter. I don't. I do feel a sense of excitement for the way that it feels almost like, God, I know that you have softened my heart in this way, and I know that you have cleared my heart in this way to make space for what it is that I truly deserve. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like, oh, why is this happening to me? It feels more so like, man, God, you're clearing out a lot. This blessing this has to be powerful. Like the people and the places and the things that I've had to release, man, this broke my heart, God. But I know that it's a reason. I know that what I'm about to experience, I need to be able to honor that, and I need to be able to have clarity, and I need to be able to have the space, and I know that I need to have the alignment, and I know that I need to be rooted in the consistency and the conviction of everything that's about to enter my life. So no, I'm not in this jaded place. No, I'm not in this bitter place. Am I sad? Absolutely. Absolutely. When you're in surrenderance, there's no right way to feel about it. You just gotta let it be. You just gotta let it be. I think the right way to feel is to honor whatever you're feeling in that. In this place of surrenderance, I am sad. If I'm being honest, I'm a little afraid because I don't know what that looks like. And for a person that has always wanted to have their hand in control, to lose control is scary because you don't know what's next. I am in a season where I don't know what is next for me. I do not know what is the next thing that is coming. But what I do know is that I just want to be committed in the act of being present in the journey of it. I want to be present in what it's doing for me in the right now. I don't ever want to be so distracted with trying to control that I miss the process. I feel like there are certain places in my life where I miss the process. And I don't want to miss it this time, you know? So yeah, surrenderance can feel uncomfortable. Surrenderance can be very scary. Surrenderance can be a lot when you're not used to doing it. When you are not used to being in flow, this can be a lot. Surrenderance can feel like chaos. Surrenderance can feel like confusion. Surrenderance can be unfamiliar because you don't know. But when you allow yourself to be in flow and when you allow yourself to be led, you make things easier for yourself. You allow yourself to attract what you truly desire. You allow yourself to attract what you truly deserve. And that's the thing. I no longer want to try to control what that feels like. I want to just flow into that. So yeah, 'tis the season to be in surrenderance. That's the quote for me. That's the season I'm in. And even though I don't know what that looks like, I'm excited for what's to come. So I'm not going to hold up any more time because I'm going to spend some time with my mom today. I love that lady. I really do love that lady. So I'm going to go spend some time with my mom today. And I am going to enjoy this Friday, this beautiful Friday, this divine 10/10. October the 10th, this Friday, and I encourage you to do the same. I hope that you guys, if you are in a place of surrenderance, I want you to know that there's a blessing behind it. There's strength that's coming behind it. There's some awareness, there's some wisdom, there is some knowledge. There are some jewels that are being dropped in this season of surrenderance. All you have to do is get quiet and build you some patience. And be willing to not just open your ears, open your mind, open your heart to everything that is happening right now. I love you guys. I love you guys. I don't know some of you guys, but I love you guys for the fact that you are tuning in. I love you for the fact that we are building a community. We are building a safe space. And I'm just so excited about what's to come. I love y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing week. And I will see y'all with entry number 4. Take care of yourselves.